Sorry. Remove the music or I'll get striked. That's a very good point. Very good point. Is the Apache a must-have? Good point. I'll talk about that in the video. Alright guys, so here we're going to be looking at a replay between Rambo on GDI, taking forever to deploy, and Khyira, or campaign player, on Nod. And the purpose is I want to go in depth on a high-level Nod versus GDI matchup and on this map, and show you guys, like, you don't have to do these build orders, but they are very well optimized with their timings and what they do, and I would suggest learning them. From the GDI player, the whole point of moving your MCV from here to here is that this is true for both factions, but you get next to this wall, which makes your MCV harder to snipe. You have refs on both sides, keeping it safe and in really good positions. And then you do power play and barracks up, and allows you to get your third ref without siloing at all. Khyira's doing the same build he did last time with no Apache. I feel insulted. Alright, so, oh, there's the Apache. Okay, so he went Apache, but after 2 power plants and 3 refineries. This I wouldn't normally do. I think he gets away with it because I'm just not that amazing. I'm not that amazing with my Grenadier micro. Like, I scouted him, but then, like, I've got Grens around, and I'm like anti-scouting and waiting to die to an Apache instead of trying to attack. I think it's a problem that I have is I'm being, me as the red GDI here, I'm being too defensive with my Grenadiers, which is allowing him to do this build and not have to make flamers. Like, I'm not supposed to kill a refinery. It's not supposed to happen. But I'm supposed to make him spend more money on flamers. Otherwise, if he kills all my 17 Grens I queued with this Apache and like a handful of flamers, then he's ahead like a couple $1,000s in money already. And it's going to be really hard for me to survive getting a war factory out. So the idea behind this GDI build is you MCV move from here to here, and then on the left side you build up to the left. It tells you with this little patch, but on the left side you build up to the left. You go power plant, barracks, refinery. After your third ref, you go second power plant, silo, and then fourth, fifth refs, and then your second barracks. A mistake I see a lot of GDI players make is that they make their second barracks too early. They make it after, like, you know, their third or fourth ref instead of their fifth ref, and it doesn't accomplish anything except take up money. Because right now, my production of infantry is not limited by money. It's not limited by time. It's gated by money. I literally can't afford more, or I won't be able to make a factory. So I don't make it earlier. If I made a barracks after my fourth ref or something, like AOD Gaming is a good player, but it's a mistake he makes a lot on his GDIs. He makes his second barracks too early, and he just can't afford anything, and he wasted a building. But another added benefit of having this barracks here is that it creates kind of like this wall where, like, Nod can't run through here and just, like, run in with bikes and kill a factory. You're creating a sort of, like, circle around this space, and then you put a factory here, and it's impossible for the Nod to kill. So we're going to see me do that. So in review, you go up to 5 refs before your second barracks. Get your second barracks in this spot here so that you can make a factory here. This barracks is placed with the factory in mind. And from Nod, we've got our standard get 3 refs and an Apache and 2 power plants before airfield. If you need to go back and review that, go ahead. But then a power plant ref. In this build, you should not need to make a silo as Nod. Something that I do that I think is better than Khyra's build here. I mean, he gets to bottom, which is interesting, but something I do as the Nod player is I do power plant, barracks up here, and then a ref and ref. I put my first two refs on the right side, and since, you know how some people like to use a silo right here and then get their ref here closer occasionally, you'll see players do that. You can actually use the Apache placement. Right here it's not doing anything, but if you place it here, it actually serves as the silo and gets you the better ref on the left towards the center. If you're trying to really optimize your building positioning, that's where that should go. But he's doing his own. He's trying something new, so don't try to copy this. I would recommend. The order he built them is correct, except he built Apache after third ref instead of second because he's disrespecting me. I built it after second ref, I think, is always better, but... So here at this stage of the game, he's got an Apache and he has map vision. So the grants I made, they had a window where they were really useful before vehicles come out, before he has map vision, before I run out of money, essentially. And then once he's got an airfield up, my Grenadier hits start being way less effective. And now if I make Grens, I'm just going to get farmed by the Apache. So what I do, I don't make any units and I just sit on my money. I guess now I have to make units because he's got two buggies here, but I shouldn't overproduce Grens. This is a mistake because Mr. Overpowered fucking helicopter man with his 4 ammo wants to go snipe this guy on the bottom instead of these in the middle, I guess. But look at this factory position. There is absolutely no way this factory can die unless I full potato. Really great micro coming out of the Nod player. This is how you want to move your buggies against Grenadiers early on. Just like move the one in front back. Just click one, move back, click one, move back, click one, move back like this. And you don't want to ever right click the buggies onto the Grens because it'll actually make them drive like a square further than they need to just based on how the AI works. And since buggies outrange Grenadiers a little bit, you want to use that range advantage. But when you right-click on Grenadiers with your buggies, the buggies drive closer than they need to, and you'll lose a lot of units. So he's doing the right thing here. This is how you do it. This is how you micro. You use stop micro, the stop key, along with clicking. When the Grens push forward, you pull one back, pull one back, pull one back. This was perfectly done by Khyira. Apache has 1 ammo. He's using it well. The Nod player wants to make sure that they are using their ammo. I need to talk about the build order diversification here because there's a couple options each player can make. This is the stage of the game where GDI is most vulnerable, like the last 30 seconds, where they've got their 5th ref and their 2nd thing, but Nod starts getting vehicles and it gets scary. So GDI is very vulnerable in this spot, and this is when Nod looks to open up the game. This position. With the Apache, they make the GDI player burn a lot of money on Grenadiers that just die. They can pressure the factory if it's put in a much worse position, which against most players it will be, but I just know the build for this map. After this factory, there can be a lot of diversification in the builds. I think you can do a 4 ref factory, and it's fine. I just prefer 5 ref because it makes for a very strong all-in that I'm going to do. I'm going to do an all-in this game because I think that he's already crawling down to here. It's going to be hard for me to out APM Khyira, who's literally has 400 APM. This guy's insane. If you don't know, he has 400 APM, was Grandmaster in StarCraft 2. One of the best players ever on this game. Probably the best Nod versus GDI player. So here I see him moving up here. I want to have my Grenadiers guarding this. He's looking for an opportunity to snipe this, but not only that, I think actually he's a level above. That's what most people would be thinking. But he's a level above, and I see what he wants to do already. He's looking at this and sees if I go up here, he's going to overreact and try to defend this factory. But I go down here. What is this? He needs to kill this. So I immediately expect to see myself start producing grunts from here. I should have like 2 tanks down here and like a tank here, because this position is really defended. I don't need this many tanks here, I don't think. I need 2 tanks here, but like 1 and some grunts down here. So look, he brought...
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Alright, this is where we were. Let me read chat real quick and see if there's any specific questions. What's up, DK? Kill and Fix asks, is the Apache that must have? I would say yes. If you want to become a top 10% player, you must use Apache. It's just so efficient that it changes the way the GDI player has to play the game. If you don't make Apache, the GDI player can just go up to like 7 refs and never make a factory and be just cost effective with grens everywhere, or like cost ineffective. They can just do the old 6th ref here, 7th ref here, and then 2 racks and just spam grens at you, throw grens at the bottom. They just have money for like unlimited grenadiers, and you can't keep up with that with buggies. Another issue is because you don't... I mean, theoretically, if you don't have... Alright, I'm going too in-depth. So, I would say the Apache, if you want to be a top 10% player, use it. Learn to use it. Have it a hotkey that you always use for it. I use 4 because I usually use like 1, 2, 3 for my army, so I leave 4 for Apache. And that way it's consistent every game. In this stage of the game, Nod's going to be... so, by the way, if you don't build an Apache, you're going to have to spend more money on flamers anyway, early, or else you're just going to die. And GDI is very scary before you get like 3 buggies. So, you end up spending money on flamers anyway, and you don't change the way GDI has to play. But I'm just going to add a ton of fluff talking about that one concept, so let's move on. So here... After this factory, I think you become low power, and I put like a no. I put a second factory here, and then I put a power plant here, and then I sell. That's what it is. So as GDI in this position, my options are get a second factory and then try to go up to more refs. I could just go up to more refs on one factory, which is going to be really hard to live. I think it's kind of greedy. On an open map like this, especially against Khyira, who his army is very versatile. He's going to move it around. It's just so fast. Meanwhile, the Apache opens everything up because it comes in here and kills my grens, and then he threatens my tanks. If he didn't have the Apache, he couldn't kill the tanks because he can't kill the grens. And then all of a sudden, I can defend this spot with 2 tanks, and I can have tanks down here. And then I'm defensible. I can't die. However, the Apache comes in and kills a bunch of my grenadiers. A couple buggies finish off the last ones. And then the tanks can threaten my factory and my tanks. So, because of that, I have to keep more tanks here. This is less defended. He can go attack down here. This is very vulnerable. Let's see what he does. As the Nod player, when you get up to 5 refs here, your build order is power plant, barracks, ref, Apache, ref, power plant, airfield, power plant, 4th ref, 5th ref. After this is where decisions get made. You can either, if they're going 1 factory and heavy grens and you have the micro, I think a second Apache is definitely worth it. But that's really advanced. So let's skip that topic, because if you know how to do that, you don't need to watch this video to learn. So the Nod player can they probably want to put like a hand of Nod here if they didn't have map control. He has map control though, so he's not scared, so he gets to play greedy. He's playing very greedy right now with this. Normally the GDI should be like, you have a couple grens flanking. I should have a few Grens flanking down here. Just causing him to have to micro more than just these units. If he gets to micro just these units, he can move around me all day and I'll lose. But the purpose of sending like 3 or 4 Grens at a time just down here, it makes him have to think about it and think about more than just this, which allows me to live. I'm literally just, you need to just send a couple units down here just to make him have to think about something else. But he's already got a flamer because he's Khyira. Here, I moved out of position from this. I don't know why I grouped all my units. This is a mistake. I should have 2 tanks here, 2 tanks here. I'm not ready to send it yet. I still have MCV. I'm building a power plant. I'm very far from my timing, but I moved. Oh, wait. I'm not all-inning. This is the game where I learned that I need to all-in this position. So in this game, I tried the 2 factory and then go up to 6 ref in the center style, and I just ran out of money. Let's see what happens here. Bad micro by me. I'm out of position.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, I keep doing that. Bad micro by me. I'm out of position. He gets really good trades. I'll just go out of here and skip the fight a little bit. Here's where we were. I'm building a ref to put here. He got vision down here finally.
Ready.
Yes, sir. Unit calling.
Building.
Good bike micro. Really favorable trade for me, even though I don't have Grens, I think. It's just hard to trade into a lot of tanks like this. You really got a micro. Meanwhile, I have stuff coming down here. I don't like the 1 tank. I mean, I'm not ready to send it. Okay, yeah, I am. During this, I sold my MCV, I guess. So I'm sending it, but I'm not ready. I need to pull this back. I need to pull this back and regroup with all of these tanks and do like 4 up here with Grens. I tried the death ball approach and it just doesn't work. I need to get up here and kill these refs. If I allow him to be on all these refs, eventually I'll just lose because I'm only on 5. He's on 7. So what's he doing? He needs a hand of Nod here. He needs a hand of Nod here, and he needs turrets. That's what I would do if I was him. Hand of Nod, turrets. Let's see what he does. I've got 2 factories in these positions. Very, very hard for them to die. He actually just can't kill them, even though I mispositioned, just because they're sim-citied. Learn this building positioning if you're a GDI on this map and you want to learn this build. Here, I'm sending it straight down the middle. I need to send a couple of units and go over here, but I smell blood against Khyira, which is rare. So I go down here and looking at this, you think, wow, Nod's fucked. Also, I've got this down here. Wait. I think I NG this too. Wow, I feel bad about that. I didn't do this on purpose. I never engineer people on purpose. That's not true. I did it earlier on stream. I'm a fucking asshole. All right. Anyway, I look at this and I think Nod's dead. Any Nod player, they're dead. He's on... Okay, so he's only on 1 airfield, by the way. But he's getting map control. He's got hand of Nods everywhere. I mean, actually, he's only got 2, so it's not really everywhere. From this position, it looks like I win. Let's figure out why I don't. Okay, I've got a lot of units at home. I should send these units down. But what I do, I send them straight to the middle because I smell blood. Big mistake. Death balling like this is very hard to make work. Because the Nod gets to micro perfectly. This engineer really helped me and I feel really bad about it. My conscience hurts. Meanwhile, DK is like, dude, try playing Season 1. He's on 2 strips where 1, 2... Oh, you're right, Left Handles. Thank you. I'm retarded. Put my glasses on? Yeah. So I've got 6 tanks here. I've got 3 more coming. This is... I have as many tanks as he does things. Why do I lose? Let's see the micro. Show me the micro, sir. Oh my god, this micro is sexy as fuck. I need more Grens here. The micro's so sexy. Okay, okay, winnable, winnable. No, get back, get back, get back, get back. He's gonna make a... He saw these Grens coming, made a hand of nod instead of a turret. What a baller, I would have made a turret. And he's going to... Meanwhile, he put a turret up here. He's not letting me Grenadiers top. Smart, diversifying his turret portfolio. But here he's going to make a flamer, and these are all going to die. I just know it. Oh. I didn't die to it. Nice. So what do? I run down here and die to buggies. If I bring these units right now, if I brought my reinforcements, I think I win. Right? Yeah, I got this too. Okay. I can win. If I brought my reinforcements sooner, but this is like an entire army. So I'm gonna regroup. Now he should just be spamming turrets. Don't sell MCV. Selling MCV is a trap. Never mind, I forgot that I killed his bottom. He has to sell or else he's fucking dead to this, so I don't hate to sell. I'm just contradicting myself. Don't sell, Khyira sells. I sell factory. This is a mistake, I think. Maybe not. This is impatience from me. I want to end the game right now. I see this. I have an overwhelming lead. I'm like, I'm going to end the game now. I sell a factory. I make like 7 Grens. I try and bring them in. I try and position them well. I need to move my tanks forward. I'm letting one tank get cut. One tank just dies for free. I'm getting out microed, out traded. I need to just click on specific units with my tanks, I think, and I win here, right? Click on the turret. I'm clicking on the hand of nod. Okay. I kind of hate it. This turret's been alive for forever, and it's DPSing the shit out of me. I need this to die. I need this to die. Look at this bike micro. This is how you micro bikes, by the way. I just want you guys to see how hard Khyira's microing the shit out of these units. How inefficiently I'm using my units, and how hard it is still for him to hold. If you're a GDI player looking and you're struggling against not on this map, learn this build order. It's like the aristocratic version of DM Raider. You're not doing a 3 or 4 ref all in, you're doing a 5 ref all in. Slightly more complicated, but you know, it's all the same shit. You just make Grens and tanks and you send it. Here he's microing the bike back. I'm getting out microed. Oh my god, he's a god. Wow, this is really close. This is really close. So because I sold my... Oh my god. Hold on. How does he live this? How does he live? He's a god. This building positioning with the hand nod in front of the turret is so good. DK says, I always try to fight around refs. They are so frail and important when a harm docks. Yep. Fighting around refs is good. Let me finish my analysis and then I'll read you guys' analysis and talk about it at the end. So, we're like here. He sells the turret. I think that was a mistake. My mistake is going for the kill instead of killing the eco. I killed the eco down here. I need to kill the eco here. And then I win. If I kill these refs, I win. Why am I attacking here? This is bad. These need to go up here. If these, literally, if I set these refs right, these Grens right now to this, I can ignore the buggy. Just go in here and kill that, I win. Let's just watch this micro. Some good stuff. I selected all my units and moved them, which was bad because they were in a good spot. I'm overcommitting into this thing again. He still has money to produce. He's still making a lot of bikes. I need my Grens more spread out. I need them in front. They're in the back doing nothing. He only has 4 buggies and I'm having them in the back. I'm a pussy. Sorry, people watching on YouTube. Okay. This point's pretty over. It's 5 ref against 5 ref, actually. I have a war factory, so I guess at this point, the Apache at this point is what makes it so I can't win. I can't be cost effective against an equal eco nod that has an Apache. Also, he gets to run around and kill harbs with bikes and stuff. He doesn't even commit for the harb. He's so, what's the word? Disciplined. Wow, microing the Apache and 3 buggies at once. Very impressive. The Slammer's been here the entire game. Could fuck with my power plant. I thought about building down, but I just sold MCV, I guess. At this point, he's got a lot of vehicles, and I realize this is when the game's over. Purely, like, I had a lot of Grens, but the Apache just farmed them. As you see, the imports of the Apache GG. Alright, before I close out, let's read our comments. Keep an eye on the top 2 right refs. Yes, I agree. If I killed the top 2 right refs, I should have focused here. I should have attacked here because I killed this with, like, literally 4 infantry, which shouldn't have happened. I shouldn't have engineered him. In a better game, he would have lost maybe 1 ref, and it would have been even harder for me to win. But I should have attacked mainly here. Also, I should have sent a couple tanks with Grens down to bottom instead of reinforcing this position. I think GDI is much scarier when you've got like 3 tanks and Grens attacking in 3 places instead of 9 tanks in 1 place. If I kill these 2 refs, I win. Maybe. Let's see what DK says. Fight around the refs. They're frail. Yep. He can't retreat micro like this if his key structures are under threat. That's a very good